let's start off the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills. They are it is kind of crazy this time of year right now because I agree with it. I think it's warranted. But, man, you see all these podcasts saying Josh Allen's better than Patrick Mahomes, the Bills, they should be Super Bowl favorites and all this stuff. I understand there's the chip on their shoulder. But I also understand, look, the Bills had the chance to take down the Chiefs last year. They had the ball, less than 2 minutes left, could have went down the field and won the game, and they just flat out didn't.
Yeah, the discourse about the Bills winning the Super Bowl, I mean, they're always just going to be in contention because of Josh Allen.
Yep.
Not so sure if I see a path to the Super Bowl with that defense.
No, I don't either. But let's get into the preview right now. The Bills, they're clearly the favorite in this division. Minus 260 to win this division. Minus 260. Their over-under win total is 12.5, 11.5. It depends on where you're getting it. Dylan, is the win total a fair number?
I mean, I think you have to make it that high, just given what the Bills have done historically. Last year, they were second in points scored, tied for 11th in points allowed. They had the 8th rated offense and the 26th rated defense. That is what's shocking to me. There was a time, we said the same thing about the 49ers on the NFC preview. There was a time this Bills defense was revered as one of the best in football. No more than, 4 years ago, right? I mean, 2021, I feel like we were talking about that. Obviously, huge addition to the defensive line and Joey Bosa. Really weak at linebacker. You have some names here, but the ratings are not good. 53, 48, 58. And the secondary outside of Benford, there isn't a lot to get excited about defensively. On the contract side, you extend Cook, Josh Allen, Shakir, all locked in. What do you think about this wide receiver room? Right now, we're looking at Keon Coleman, Khalil Shakir, wide receiver 1 likely, and then Palmer. I mean, I think with these elite teams, the Chiefs, they always just seem to have guys, not one guy that stands above the rest really outside of the Tyreek Hill years maybe. So maybe with these elite teams, it doesn't matter as much, but I look at these wide receivers and I'm like, do you feel that confident about Khalil Shakir being your wide receiver 1?
I mean, we did the same song and dance last year, I feel like.
We did. Yeah, we did. But
Josh, I just think that speaks to how good Josh Allen is, and that's why he's being talked about with the Mahomes of the world and everything, and why some people have him as the number 1 quarterback in football right now. You look at the wide receiver room, I'm not going to pretend like I'm impressed or anything, but I like Shakir. Keon Coleman, I think, could take a little bit of a leap. I also think Dalton Kincaid should have a better season this year. He kind of disappointed me last year. I had high expectations for him.
Yeah, it's really the offensive line itself is going to be decent to good. All 5 offensive line starters return, so there's at least some continuity. I see a weakness at right guard. I think that's the thing, though, with a quarterback like Josh Allen. You look at the wide receiver room, and you see guys that aren't necessarily studs. I mean, Shakir's good. Coleman will get used more. But with all of these programs, I think of the Kansas City Chiefs, it's been quarterback play that elevates these guys. And it's not just the wide receivers making the plays. It's the tight ends. We've seen plenty of Noah Gray action on the Chiefs side. Oh, man. I can't get past the defense. I think that's what it is for me. And for a team that it's a 12.5 win total, it's like I think I'd rather be backing teams with better defenses and maybe lack a little bit on the offensive side of the ball. For a divisional placement, you're going to hate it. You're going to hate it, Carter. I'm finishing second. I'm second in the division. Playoff team, finishing second.
If you're taking a shot, I think it's fine. You're also... We talk about these quarterbacks, and look, Josh Allen, he's shown he's a healthy, durable quarterback. He does take a lot of hits. He does run a lot. And if Josh Allen does, knock on wood, if Josh Allen does go down, this team is, where are they? Competing for the number 1 pick?
No.
You don't think
if Josh Allen goes down?
They're going to, minimum have a top 10 pick if Josh Allen goes down. You're going to sit there and trust, Mitch Trubisky? Is that their backup? Yeah, Mitch Trubisky.
I would.
No.
I would trust in what sense?
To, be semi-competitive?
I would trust Mitch Trubisky to be semi-competitive compared to some other options in the league.
I don't think I would.
Now, you're not going to win a Super Bowl with him. I don't. I think the one thing you say that about Josh Allen getting injured, Josh Allen, given his skill set, has remained remarkably durable. I think he's missed time, but for the most part, I think of guys like Lamar Jackson that have a similar skill set miss a lot of time. Josh Allen, I think for what he does has been durable. So we're having this conversation. I don't know if it's going to matter too much, but I trust Trubisky more than I trust Jake Haener, or I'm trying to think of another second string quarterback.
Gardner Minshew?
Yeah, maybe not Gardner Minshew.
Jake Browning?
Mason Rudolph?
Yeah, but how is he still on the Steelers? It is mind-blowing he is hung around.
He served a year on the Titans and is somehow back on the Steelers.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Was our starting quarterback for 6 games.
You look at the Bills. I have them finishing first in this division. I have them winning it. It's chalk. But give me – so right now I'm seeing it at 11.5 win total, minus 150 on the sports books. Show me the 5 toughest games on their schedule right now. I would argue it's the Eagles, the Bengals, the Chiefs, the Ravens, and then Bucks, Texans, Pats in some order.
I think they'll lose at Jets in week 2. I think they'll lose at Pittsburgh week 13, at New England week 15,
at Carolina.
No, not off a bye. Can't do that off a bye.
At Carolina.
Baltimore's going to be a tough one. I think I had Baltimore winning that one. So what's that put us at? 13. Thursday Night Football, Miami, divisional game. Not going to write that one off. Coming off of a visiting divisional game against the Jets. Good chance that the Bills start 0-3. Don't think that's crazy.
I think that is crazy. I have them going 12-5, finishing first. Very basic. I don't think there's much more to add to it. Keon Coleman, Khalil Shakir, yeah, wide receiver room doesn't get me that excited, but
the offense is going to be good enough. As long as Josh Allen's healthy, they're going to stay in contention with that. But the defense, if they could just get a little bit better on defense, like an average defense, it would be, not that they're not Super Bowl contenders now, but I think they would be the clear favorite.
Let me ask you a question real quick before we move on. Josh, so let me paint this scenario, and then you tell me who you trust more. So Josh Allen gets hurt. Mitch Trubisky comes in. I'm phrasing this question horribly as I'm doing it. So let me try and phrase this better, especially for a clip right now. If you're listening on audio, no, we'll leave it in here. That's fine. Which situation would be more disastrous? Josh Allen getting hurt or Pat Mahomes getting hurt?
Josh Allen getting hurt.
So therefore,
that's a coach thing, though.
That you think that's a coach thing?
Yeah, I think Andy Reid can make it work with just about any quarterback talent.
And especially, I like Gardner Minshew more than Mitch Trubisky. I also just like everything around Pat Mahomes a little bit better. But therefore, if you think that way, if you think you like everything around Mahomes a little bit more, do you think Josh Allen is a better quarterback than Pat Mahomes?
I don't think it's about the quarterback. I think it's about the coach.
No, and not anything around them, not including the coach, like the weapons around him, the offensive line.
Well, I think the Bills have a better offensive line. So
I would argue the Chiefs have better weapons if Rashee Rice isn't suspended.
Probably, but he's going to be suspended 6 games, but also, at least 6 games, but also, if the quarterback is getting injured, it's probably happening later in the season, so it won't matter.
So even if I say that, though, let's say you're more worried about the Bills from a coaching standpoint, doesn't that make you feel even better about Josh Allen that he at that point?
It's not that I'm more worried about McDermott. I'm more confident in Reid.
Okay, all right, that's fair.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting at. So I would say, in a vacuum, both starting quarterbacks go down. I'm going to take Gardner Minshew and the Chiefs over Trubisky and the Bills.
Okay.
Whoa! What do you think? You're not just going to answer your own question.
I thought I said it in it, but I guess I didn't make it clear. I would feel much better about the Chiefs without Mahomes than I would the Bills without Allen.
There we go. Look at us.
And I said, because I'd rather have Gardner Minshew. I'd rather have Andy Reid. I'd rather have most of the weapons. Offensive line, like you said. Probably take the Bills, but still. Mitch Trubisky, Gardner Minshew, coaching.
We'll get into the Chiefs'
pick.
offensive line. I have a gripe that I gripe with every year that I can't wait to hit on when we get to the Chiefs.
Yeah, well, I know.